Evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for tuning in to tonight's broadcast as your 5-6 Newark Pilots take on the 3-10 Adirondack Trailblazers. First pitch is about 10 minutes away here at Colburn Park right now, so it should be a beautiful night for baseball. It is CSEA night here, so there will be fireworks after the game. Fun for the people that are enjoying it here. And your lineup for the Pilots tonight will go number 8, the shortstop, leading off, David Bermudez, batting a .390 on the year. Batting second, hitting .483, number 6, the right fielder, Over Torres. Batting .313 in left field, number 20, Ryan Lee. Hitting .231, playing first base, number 22, Parker Denny. Batting a .261, number 7, the third baseman, Dylan Duplashawn. And center field, number 15, Jordan Fedor, hitting .172. After him, it'll be number 19, the designated hitter, Adam Zabrowski, batting a .211. Then following him will be number 13, the catcher, hitting .190, Ty Saida. Then in the 9 hole, we have the second baseman, number 1, James Rabel, batting a .267 with 2 RBIs on the year. And starting on the mound tonight for your Pilots is number 5, Alan Murphy, who has pitched 11 innings on the year with 10 strikeouts, 8 walks, and a 1-1 record with a 2.45 ERA. So he really limits the amount of runs he gives up, so it should be a good night for your Pilots defense and pitching. The Adirondack lineup that Murphy will face will go as follows. Leading off, number 8, the designated hitter, Ben Brooks. Batting second, number 14, the shortstop. Following him is number 9, Chris Rotondo in center field. Following him, number 36, Alec Burns, playing first base. And then they have number 18, the second baseman, Daniel Ursari. In the 7 hole, number 5, Will Jennings, playing right field. Batting 8th, number 23, Zach Doss, catching. And then batting 9th for Adirondack today is number 2, Andy Haig, playing second base. On the mound today for Adirondack is number 17, Steve Miller. Miller has started 2 games this year, pitching 7 innings, striking out 7, giving up 6 walks, and a 7.71 ERA with 6 runs against him, with a 1-1 record. Pilots coming off of 2 off nights, coming in fresh. All the starters seem to be in the lineup today. Should be a good night for your poob, and I am Tim Watson. Throwing out the first pitch tonight, representing the CSEA, Garrett Carr. Just a little off the plate, but could be a future pilot there. Pretty solid first pitch. As Murphy warms up, we look at the Adirondack lineup. Their leadoff hitter, the designated hitter, Ben Brooks, is coming into today with a 188 average. He does have 2 stolen bases on the year, so he can steal a little bit once he gets on. Flores, the 2 hitter, batting a 255 on the year. Then after him, Ferrer, the left fielder, batting a 452 on the year. A blazing average with 1 home run and 8 RBIs. Should be Murphy's biggest challenge, and he'll have to face him here in this first inning as he is batting in the 3-hole. And then we'll be back when Murphy is ready. Hopefully it goes 1, 2, 3. See you in a bit. And the first Trailblazer Murphy will face tonight is number 8, Ben Brooks, the designated hitter. Brooks steps up to the plate, having a conversation with the home plate ump, steps out, and now steps back in, takes a deep breath. Umpire signals play. Murphy comes set, and there it is. First pitch is a ball. First pitch misses low. First pitch is at 7:09. 74 degrees here in Newark, New York. The second pitch from Murphy will be low again, 2-0 now. So the 2-0 from Murphy will be a strike that is crushed foul into the Adirondack bullpen, 2-1 now. Two and one is quickly 3-1 now, and Murphy is in danger of walking the leadoff hitter here. The 3-1 is hit in the air toward Torres, who is running over. Will get under it and make the play, and there is out number 1. After being down 3-1, Murphy finds a pop-out pitch to Torres, and that's going to bring up shortstop number 14, Randy Flores. Flores is hitting a 255 on the year with 5 RBIs from the left side of the batter's box, but there's no one on for him here right now as Murphy got a out number 1. Murphy comes set. First pitch to Flores is swung on, fouled off, out of play, 0-1 now. 0-1 to Flores will be ripped past first, and there is the first hit of the night. So it'll be 1 on, 1 out, and it's going to bring up number 4, the left fielder, Kevin Ferrer. Ferrer is hitting a 452 on the year with 1 home run and 8 RBIs, and a chance for another one that's standing on first. So Murphy will face his biggest challenge of the night here right now with Ferrer, and the first pitch to him misses, 1-0. Sidesteps the 1-0. Hit to Duplashane to Rabel to first, picked out of the dirt by Parker Denny. And that's going to end the inning. A nice double play there. So the Trailblazers do go down 1-2-3 after all. As we head to the bottom of the first, it is 0-0 with your Pilots coming up to the plate for the first time. And we'll be back. Leading off for your Pilots against Steve Miller, the righty of Adirondack, is number 8, the shortstop, David Bermudez. Bermudez comes into this game hitting a .390 at the plate with 8 RBIs, 1 home run, and tied for the team lead in stolen bases with 3. So he digs into the plate here for his first pitch of the night. And it will be swung on, popped up, out of play behind the press box, 0-1. So Miller, much like Murphy, doesn't have much of a windup at all, mostly just a stretch move. Breaking ball misses, 1-1 now. The 1-1 to Bermudez will be high, 2-1 now. Two and one is hit foul past the first baseline bleachers towards cars. 2-2 now. So after Murphy gave up the single in the top of the first, a double play by Dupleshan got the Pilots out of it, and here we are now with a 2-2 to Bermudez and another ball that is foul out of play, so 2-2 here again. Fouls that one off the end of the bat, and it will make its way into the bleachers. Won't hit anybody, luckily. So 2-2 again. Bermudez swinging a hot .390 at the plate and is top 5 in batting average across the PGCBL right now. You could argue he has been the best Pilot player so far on this year for what he has done with the bat, on the bases, and with the glove. A ball that is fouled off and hits the catcher's mask. 2-2 again. Bermudez does even have a home run on this year, so he could be considered a 5-tool player. 2-2 is low, 3-2 now. The 3-2 will be hit toward the shortstop, who will glove it, throw it, make the play, and it will be just in time for the first out of the bottom of the first. That's going to be right fielder number 6, Over Torres. Torres is swinging with an incredible number, batting a .483 in 29 at-bats on the year with 14 RBIs. He's 14 for 29 this year. 14 hits, 14 RBIs. Not a bad year for Torres here. First pitch to him, swung on and hit toward the second baseman, who will pick it up, make the play, quick out number 2. And that's going to bring up the left fielder, number 20, Ryan Lee. Lee is 5 for 16 on the year with a .313 average and 5 RBIs. 3 RBIs. Sorry about that. My first pitch to Lee will be a strike, 0-1 now. So no balls, 1 strike, 2 outs here in the bottom of the first with nobody on. See if we can get a 2-out rally going here. Second pitch is in there for a strike now, 0-2. The 0-2 is in there for strike 3. And Lee goes down on 3 pitches, and we head to the second inning in a 0-0 ball game. Leading off for Adirondack here on the top of the second, number 9, Chris Rotondo. First pitch to him misses outside, 1-0 now. Second pitch misses, 2-0. Early on, Murphy has not looked too confident. Although we are only 3 batters in, there's plenty of time for that to change. 2-0 misses, 3-0 now to the leadoff hitter here in the second inning. So the 3-0 will be a ball. Walked him on 4 pitches to start this inning. Visibly upset about that. That's going to bring up first baseman number 36, Alec Burns. Burns hitting a .261 on the year with 1 RBI. See if Murphy can get that average even lower for him. Takes a look over to first. Delivers home. 5 straight balls now, as it's 1-0. 1-0 is swung on and hit foul toward the Pilots' dugout lightly. 1-1 now. One and one misses high. 2-1 now. Ball is popped up. Saida and Denny both head over and it's out of play. 2-2 now. So Burns with the stirrups steps back into the box for the 2-2. And Murphy's 2-2 will be a breaking ball that misses. 3-2 now. Rotondo with a decent lead off of first, and he will be headed to second, and it will be a strikeout there. So there will be an out, but the runner does advance to second without a throw. You could tell just by the lead that he was probably going to go, and sure enough, he went. That's going to bring up second baseman number 18, Daniel Irisari. Irisari is hitting a .250 on the year, does not have a home run, but does have 3 RBIs, and there's a man in scoring position for him now. Murphy gives him a look. First pitch misses. 1-0. Ball is hit up the middle. Bermudez lays out, gets there, throws to first, and makes the play. Makes the play and saves a run, and there are 2 outs now with a man on third. That's going to bring up the right fielder, number 5, Will Jennings. Jennings hitting a .238 on the year with 2 RBIs and a runner 90 feet away. The question right now is, will Murphy be able to make it 2 straight innings with a runner being left on base? First pitch to Jennings is swung on and missed. 0-1. As I talked about earlier, Bermudez with a hot .390 average and making plays like that, there's no reason why he couldn't possibly be the best pilot on this team. That pitch is in there for a strike. 0-2 now. The 0-2 from Murphy will be a fastball that just misses outside. 1-2 now. 1-2 from Murphy will bounce in front of the plate. Saito will run over and not get there in time, and the run will score. So it'll be 1-0 Adirondack here early on in the top of the second with 2 outs. Twos flood the top of the scoreboard now. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs here in the top of the second. That one misses high, 3-2 now. So after being ahead 0-2, it has now become a full count. The 3-2 from Murphy will be swung on and fouled off. We're going to do 3-2 again here. So the full count pitch from Murphy will be swung on and bounced to Bermudez, who will field it, throw it, and make the play. And the inning will be over, but not before Adirondack takes an early 1-0 lead, and we head to the bottom of the second. Leading off for your Pilots here, batting cleanup. Batting a .231 on the year, number 22, Parker Denny. Denny does have a big fly on the year, along with 3 stolen bags, so a speedy first baseman. He is tied for the team lead with David Bermudez. The first pitch to him from Miller this inning will be a strike, 0-1. The 0-1 to Denny is a breaking ball that's put into the middle. It's going to drop, and that'll be your Pilots' first hit of the night there. That's going to bring up number 7, the third baseman, Dylan Duplachon. Duplachon hitting a .261 on the year. So a pretty good average there. Still a long summer to go, so he could get that up even more. A great opportunity for him here as the leadoff runner got on with a bloop single. So Denny on first, 3 stolen bags on the year. Know he has a little speed. And that ball is going to be hit into center, and it's going to drop, and back-to-back singles to center field will give your Pilots a man in scoring position with no outs. Let's bring up center fielder number 15, Jordan Fedor. Fedor with 1 stolen bag on the year, but is probably the fastest on the team, along with Bermudez. He's batting a .172 on the year, so an average he'd like to give up, and probably his best opportunity of the summer here. With a runner on second and a runner on first and nobody out. First pitch is hit toward the shortstop. It's going to bounce. There's going to be 1. There's going to be 2. So it will be a double play. as the second baseman let it bounce, and the runners on third and second will be out. That's going to be up number 19, the designated hitter, Adam Zabrowski. Zabrowski steps up with 2 outs and a runner on first now with a 2.11 average. Zabrowski probably the biggest man on the team, as he is very tall. First pitch to him misses high, 1-0. That one bounces in the dirt. Fedor thought about it, but didn't go. 2-0 now. The 2-0 from Miller will be a breaking ball that misses. 3-0 now. Catcher Doss tells him to take a deep breath and find the zone as he pats his glove with the ball before returning it to Miller. So Zabrowski way ahead on a 3-0. Let's see if he has the green light. Does not. 3-1 now. With 3-1 to Zabrowski with 2 outs and Fedor on first, but not before the ball is thrown towards first and Fedor dives back in safely. The 3-1 is swung on and missed. 3-2 now. So 3 balls and 2 strikes now with 2 outs. Will be in there for a strike, and Zabrowski knew it as he heads back to the dugout. And we head to the third inning as your Pilots trail 1-0. Leading off for the Trailblazers here in the top of the third is the catcher, number 23, Zach Doss. Doss comes into this game batting not even in the hundreds, a .071 in 14 plate appearances. And the first pitch to him misses 1-0. The 1-0 from Murphy will be a strike, 1-1 now. Let's see if Murphy can gain some confidence here in the top of this third inning. That ball is hit on toward Torres' way. He comes storming in and gets under it, makes the play. A quick out, number 1 here in the top of the third.
Now batting third baseman number 2, Andy Hay.
That's going to bring up the third baseman, number 2, Andy Haig. Haig batting a .216 on the year. Alvar Torres finally back in the outfield after a few games of just designated hitting with a knee inflammation. Makes a good play there. And the first pitch to Haig is in there for a strike, 0-1. The 0-1 to Haig has hit Torres' away again, and he heads back and makes the play near the warning track. So 2 quick outs towards right field, and Torres is getting a full workout here early. That's going to bring up designated hitter number 8, Ben Brooks. That pitch is in there for a strike. Brooks is 0 for 1 on the night. That ball is hit up and out of play quickly, 0-2 now, and Murphy looks like a new man in this inning, hitting the zone constantly. So no balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs here in the top of the third. 1-2 now, as that one was up and in. Never a spot you really like to miss. The 1-2 just misses. 2-2 now. And that ball is popped up towards left field. Lee will make the play, and it is a 1-2-3 inning for Alan Murphy. Let's see if the bats can wake up and get going and help him out as we head to the bottom of the third. Leading off for your Pilots, catcher number 13, Ty Saida. Saida comes in today hitting a .190, batting from the left side of the batter's box and no batting gloves. Takes a practice swing as he awaits the first pitch from Miller, and it will be a ball outside, 1-0 to the Pilots' everyday catcher. The 1-0 is 2-0 now. Miller taking his time out there on the mound. The 2-0 is poked towards right, deep back, and the play will be made on the line by the right fielder, and we have 1 out here in the bottom of the third. Now batting the second baseman, number 1, Jamie Rabel. That's going to bring up second baseman number 1, James Rabel. Rabel's betting a 267 on the year with 2 RBIs, and he's looking to get something going here in the bottom of the third. First pitch to Rabel will be a swing and a miss on a breaking ball, 0-1. Miller with a pretty good breaking ball there. Let's see what he goes to here now. Rabel thought about bunting. Pitch misses, 1-1 now. The 1-1 to a miss is 2-1 now. Rabel was ahead 2-1. 2-2 now, as Rabel thought it was low, along with many of the Pilots fans. That ball is fouled off his back leg, and he'll walk it out now. And it'll be 2-2 again. So 2 balls, 1 strike here in the bottom of 2 balls, 2 strikes here in the bottom of the third with 1 out, as the Pilots trail 1-0 early. And that ball is poked toward the second baseman, who will field it, make the play, and there will be 2 outs here in the bottom of the third.
Now batting the shortstop, number 8, David Bermudez.
That's going to bring up shortstop number 8, David Bermudez. Bermudez takes a breath, steps into the plate. Be looking to get a 2-out rally going here in the third. Swings at the first pitch, 0-1 as it's fouled off. Bermudez is very aggressive up there at the plate. Doesn't really like taking pitches. Swings at the first pitch a lot. So not your typical leadoff hitter in that aspect. Breaking ball misses near the head, 1-1 now. The 1-1 to Bermudez just about hit him, 2-1 now. The 2-1 from Miller will be a breaking ball, misses, 3-1 now. So Bermudez in a great hitter's count with a great hitter up. Let's see what he can do here. Fastball in there for a strike. 3 balls, 2 strikes with 2 outs now. Held back. Didn't swing, and he'll be on first with a walk. And that's going to bring up the right fielder, number 6, Over Torres, with 2 outs. So Torres will hit here in the bottom of the third inning, as he made 2 great plays in the top of the third inning out there in right field. And a throw over to first, and Bermudez is back in safely. So Miller, a quick move. Pretty good move as well, not just quick. Bermudez with a healthy lead at first. And the first pitch to Torres misses, 1-0. The 1-0 becomes 1-1. So 1 ball, 1 strike, and 2 outs here in the bottom of the third with a runner on first as the Pilots trail by 1. And they throw over at Bermudez, and he is back in safely. After Bermudez even thought he was out, got back on the base after he is called safe. So it'll be 1-1 to Torres here again with 2 outs. And that ball is hit towards short. Field it, sends it to second, and we head to the fourth as your Pilots trail 1-0 against the Adirondack Trailblazers. I am Tim Watson, and thank you for tuning in here on NewarkPilots.tv. And the first Trailblazer that Murphy will face here in the top of the fourth is number 14, Randy Flores, the shortstop. Signals a bunt, pulls it back, and first pitch to him misses 1-0. So Flores reached base in the first inning on a single, and that ball is hit out toward right. Torres moves over and makes the play a quick and loud out number 1 here.
Now batting the left fielder, number 4, Kevin Farrer.
That's going to bring up left fielder, number 4, Kevin Farrer. Farrer hit into a double play in the first inning and saw that 450 average shrink below the 450 mark. That pitch misses to him, 1-0. Murphy comes set, delivers. The 1-0 will be 2-0 as Murphy comes set a little awkwardly, shakes off the front foot, and says he's good. So the 2-0 will be in there for a strike, 2-1 now. Go inside, 3-1 now as it misses. That's going to bring up center fielder number 9, Chris Rotondo.
Now batting center fielder, number 9, Chris Rotondo.
Rotondo leads the team in big flies as he's got 2 of them on the year. So he is a power threat here. First pitch from Murphy in there for a strike as he sidesteps home. So no balls, 1 strike with 1 out here in the top of the fourth and a runner on first. And the runner will go on a hit and run. That ball is hit out toward Torres, who will go back on the warning track, make the play, and throw it in. They will not have a chance at a double play as the runner does get back to first. So with 2 outs, that's going to bring up first baseman number 36, Alec Burns. Burns, with stirrups and a leg guard and black batting gloves, will step into the plate against Murphy. Sidesteps, good block by Saito, 1-0. So the 1-0 from Murphy will miss. Saito will miss the ball, and the runner will be at second with 2 outs. So 2 balls, no strikes to the Adirondack first baseman with a runner on second and 2 outs. That pitch from Murphy is hit hard and fouled off out of play, 2-1 now. Two and one is fouled off, 2-2 now. Two's flood the top of the board, 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. So after being behind 2-0, Murphy has worked his way back to 2-2. Throws one low, 3-2 now. With Fair dancing around on second, Murphy gives him a look. Comes home, throws a breaking ball that's laced foul. 3-2 here again. And the home plate umpire has asked for some more balls as he's running low. So Murphy really taking his time out there on the mound. 3-2 just misses outside. Murphy was not happy with that call at all. Just like the fans were not. That's going to bring up second baseman number 18, Daniel Arasari. Arasari with an opportunity here with 2 outs with a runner in scoring position along on first. Let's see what Murphy can do to get out of this jam he's put himself into with 2 outs. First pitch misses, 1-0. The 1-0 is hit hard and out of play. 1-1 now. Just outside, says the home plate umpire, 2-1. Murphy comes set, looks at second, delivers home. That ball is hit into the gap of where Bermudez left, and a run should score. And they're going to throw to second, and Rabel's tag will not be in time, and your Pilots will trail by 2 now. So Bermudez, in a spot he would normally be, could not be there holding the runner on, so the ball would get through and scored a run. And it looks like Coach Schleishing will be going out to talk to Murphy now. Batting for Adirondack now is number 5, the right fielder, Will Jennings. So the discussion with Murphy has to be something about getting out of this inning with 2 guys in scoring position and 2 outs. Some damage control. So Murphy takes a deep breath, steps back on the mound, and awaits the sign from Saito. Gets the sign. First pitch to Jennings will be a foul ball, 0-1 now. That ball is hit hard up the middle. Fedor runs over, gets under it, and makes the play. So damage control there as another run comes in, but two are stranded on second and third. So heading into the bottom of the fourth, your Pilots trail 2-0. Leading off for your Pilots here in the bottom of the fourth inning is number 20, the left fielder, Ryan Lee. So one did score in the top half of the inning, and your Pilots trail by 2 now. So Lee will look to get something started to answer back. First pitch to him misses, 1-0. The 1-0 is in there for a strike, 1-1 now. The 1-1 is hit foul, 1-2 now. So 2 minutes off of 8 o'clock, which brings us 52 minutes away from the sun being set, as it is right above the pine trees to the right of the scoreboard. So the 1-2 is not swung on, 2-2 now, as that pitch just missed. So Lee will stay alive for one more. The 2-2 to him from Miller will be swung on and fouled off out of play toward the parking lot, 2-2. Lee gets that one off the end of the bat, grounds it to the second baseman, who throws to first to make the play, and there's one down here in your Pilots' half of the fourth. That's going to bring up number 22, the first baseman, Parker Denny. So the first pitch to the Pilots' first baseman misses, 1-0. The 1-0 is a breaking ball that is hit high. Looks like it will be an infield fly to the second baseman or the shortstop, who comes over and saves the day. And there are 2 down now. So it looked like it was going to be Irisari's ball, but Flores comes over to saves the day and finds it through the sun. And that's going to bring up the third baseman, number 7, Dylan Duplachon, with 2 outs. First pitch to him misses, 1-0 now. The 1-0 is a breaking ball that is hit hard down the third baseline and foul. 1-1 now. So 1 ball, 1 strike, and 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th. That one is in the dirt. 2-1 now. So the count will go to count is 2-2 now. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs now. As that ball foul off the catcher's helmet, giving him a little bit of time now. Duplachon taking advantage of that to get his swing down. Now he steps back in the box and awaits the 2-2. A lot of guys out. He's just been limiting the base runners. And that ball is hit back off of him up the middle. Got the back of his jersey, and there'll be a 2-out single from Duplachon. So a little bit of life from the Pilots here.
Now batting the center fielder, number 15, Jordan Fedor.
That's going to bring up the center fielder, number 15, Jordan Fedor. Fedor will look to get something started here with 2 outs as he ground into a awkward double play last inning. First pitch to him will be low, 1-0. The 1-0 from Miller is fouled off, hits the netting. Would have got me right in the noggin if there was no netting there. 1-1. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th as the Pilots trail by 2 and a runner on first. That is going, and he will be safe after the throw is too far off the bag and the second baseman has to pull it with his glove back over. So 2 balls, 1 strike with 2 outs and a runner on second now. Fedor being the tying run. So it's 1-2, not 2-1. That ball is swung on and missed by Fedor, and we head to the 5th as your Pilots trail by 2. Leading off for Adirondack here, the catcher, number 23, Zach Doss. First pitch to him misses 1-0. So the 1-0 to Doss will be 2-0 as it misses in almost the same spot. So through 4 innings of pitching, Murphy has surrendered 2 runs off of 2 hits. And that one misses 3-0. The 3-0 is in there for a strike. 3-1 now. As the come on Murph chants are coming from the Newark fans. We'll see if he can work back here. 3-1 will be a strike that is hit up. Denny goes for it, but it's out of play. 3-2 now. And the left Cole and Burke are now coming down as we are about 43 minutes away from the sunset. So the 3-2 fouled off again over the press box. That one misses, and he has walked the leadoff hitter here. That's going to bring up number 2, the third baseman, Andy Haig. So Haig steps to the plate with nobody out and a runner on after the leadoff walk by Murphy. First pitch to Haig is in there for a strike, 0-1. So the 0-1 from Murphy will miss. 1-1 now as Haig was putting down a bunt. So the 1-1 from Murphy will be swung on and hit out of play. 1-2 now. Murphy is looking for a strikeout or a ground ball here. And that one will be fouled off out of play again. So 1-2 here again. Murphy takes his time, comes home. Another pitch that is check swung, fouled off toward the pilot on deck circle. 1-2 again. Murphy takes a look towards first, comes home. 1-2 is hit up. Coming in is Lee. And the ball will drop. They're going to throw it to second, and he'll be safe. And they're going to give him a hit on that one as it was lost in the sun. That's going to bring up number 8, the designated hitter, Ben Brooks. Brooks steps to the plate with runners on second and first and nobody out here in the top of the 5th. First pitch to Brooks is blown by him for a strike, 0-1. So coming off a big road win for your Pilots, let's see if they can get back into this one and get a lead. But first, Murphy's going to have to get out of this inning, as that pitch missed out of the zone with a good block by Saida, 1-1. The 1-1 is swung on and missed, 1-2 now. So the 1 and 2 from Murphy will be low, 2 and 2 now. The 2 and 2 from Murphy will be a swinging strike out of play, 2 and 2 here again. That ball is hit up. Coming in is Rabel, who will look for it through the sun and find it, and there's out number 1.
Now batting the shortstop, number 14, Randy Flores.
That's going to bring up shortstop number 14, Randy Flores. And there's some action in the Pilot bullpen, and we'll let you know who it is as soon as we know. It's going to be Brandon Odenhall, the righty. And that pitch misses outside, 1 and 0. So Murphy will be looking for a strikeout or a ground ball here. And that one's hit into the gap in center and left. And that ball will be thrown in by Fedor. And a run will score on it. It'll be 3-0 Adirondack now. With a nice little double by Flores. So with one out and runners on second and third, that's going to bring up Kevin Fair, the left fielder. Fair, the hottest hitter on the Adirondack team, will come in with a great opportunity, and Murphy will look to limit them by getting a strikeout here or a pop-out double play. First pitch to him misses, 1 and 0. And the infield is in now for Newark. And that one is popped up. Fedor will be running in. He'll catch it, throw home, and it will be not a double play, but the second out of the inning will be made there, but not before Adirondack scores another run as they lead 4-0 now.
Now batting the center fielder, number 9, Chris Rotondo.
That's going to be up center fielder number 9, Chris Rotondo. Rotondo with a man on third now and 2 outs, and Murphy will be looking to end the inning. First pitch misses, 1 and 0. That one's in there for a strike, 1 and 1 now. That one in there for a strike, 1 and 2 now. So the 1 and 2 to Rotondo will be swung on and hit Fedor's away again, and he'll make the play. And we head to your Pilots half of the 5th, but not before. Sorry about the glare here, as we're about 33 minutes away from sundown and you won't have to worry about it anymore. But it will be there, and there's not much we can do about it. And leading off for your Pilots is designated hitter Adam Zabrowski. First pitch he sees, he puts in play, and the right fielder will get under it and make the play. So 1 pitch, 1 out to start the bottom half of the 5th on what sounded like a broken bat. That's going to bring up catcher number 13, Ty Saida. So as the scoreboard says right now, Saida is up in a fresh count with 1 out as the Pilots trail 4-0. Adirondack has 4 hits and no errors. The Pilots have no runs on 3 hits and no errors. And the first pitch to Saida misses 1-0. Thought about it, didn't go 1-1 now, as it was a strike. They're going to say he went 1-2 now. So the 1-2 to Saida. Not before Miller steps off, as he did not get the sign he wanted. So the 1-2 will be a foul ball. So 1-2 here again with 1 out. The 1-2 to Saida is hit foul again down the first baseline. 1-2 here again. That 1-2 misses, and it gets away from the catcher. 2-2 now with 1 out. The 2-2 to Saida is swung on and hit toward the right fielder. That ball could drop. The right fielder laid out, caught the ball, and made the play. Nothing you can do about that. A great play out there and right. And 2 outs now in the bottom of the 5th. That's going to bring up second baseman number 1, James Rabel. Rabel from the left side of the batter's box will look to get something started here with 2 outs in the bottom of the 5th. First pitch to him misses, 1-0. That one in there for a strike, 1-1. The 1-1 to Rabel. Hit him. Takes it and heads down to first. And that's going to bring up the leadoff hitter, number 8, the shortstop, David Bermudez. So a runner on first now with 2 outs. So 2 outs for Bermudez and a runner on first. And Rabel is going to be sent. It's going to be a hit and run. So that one is fouled off out of play. Looked like Rabel would have been in there, even with a throwdown. 0-1 to Bermudez now. The 0-1 to Bermudez is in there for a strike, 0-2 now. The 0-2 to Bermudez has hit past the pitcher. Second baseman will get over and make the play, and we are on to the 6th inning as your Pilots still trail by 4. Sorry about that delay. Now pitching for your Pilots, number 21, Brandon Odenhall. And lining out to Duplashawn was number 36, the first baseman, Alec Burns. That's coming up second baseman, number the first pitch to him is a strike, 0-1. Thought about a bunt, but that one is low, 1-1 now. So one's flood the top of the board, 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. With the Adirondack second baseman up. That one misses, 2-1 now from Odenhall. So the 2-1 is swung on and hit hard down the line. Running over is Lee. We'll send it into Bermudez, and it will be a 1-out double for Irisari. That's going to bring up the right fielder, number 5, Will Jennings. So it'll be back-to-back lefties for Odin Hall to face after the first one doubled off of him. We'll see if he can get the second one. That one from Odin Hall misses high, 1-0. One and 0 from Odin Hall. Looks back at second, and it will be a strike. 1-1 now. So the 1-1 is fouled off. 1-2 now. 1 ball, 2 strikes with 1 out here in the top of the 6th, and a runner on second with Odin Hall on the mound now. Or as the Pilots fans have been calling him this summer, Odie. That one is hit hard toward Dupleshawn, who will throw to first. It is picked out, and there are 2 outs here in the top of the 6th.
Now batting the catcher, number 23, Zach Doss.
That's coming up catcher number 23, Zach Doss. Rabel and Irisari sharing conversation over there on second, maybe about how they play second base, seeing they're both second basemen. First pitch to Doss is swung on and missed, 0-1. So it looks like early on Adirondack is having trouble catching up with the velocity change, as Odin Hall seems to be throwing a little bit faster than Murphy was. The 0-1 will go to 1-1 after a breaking ball misses. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs here in the top of the 6th with a runner on second in a 4-0 Adirondack lead. That ball is ripped into right field. Torres will not field it, and that will go to the wall. The run will score. Torres will throw the ball in, and he'll wind up at second after the miscue. So the run would have scored no matter what, but the runner wouldn't have been on second, so it'll be a single with an error. That's going to bring up number 2, the third baseman, Andy Haig. First pitch to him misses high, 1-0 now. So a 2-out single that turns into a double after an error by Torres scores a run, and Adirondack leads 5-0 now. That one is swung on and fouled off out of play, 1-1 now. One and one is foul off, hits Saida. It'll be 1-2 now with 2 outs. So Saida taking his time out there behind the plate as we await the 1 and 2. Home plate umpire signals play, and Odenhall comes set. Takes a look at second. Rabel is over. 1 and 2 is in there for a strike. The inning ends, but not before Adirondack knocks on another, and we head to the bottom of the 6th as Adirondack now leads by 5. Leading off for your Pilots here, leading the league in batting average, the right fielder, number 6, Over Torres. We are here in the bottom of the 6th, and the chances are getting lower, so we need a lead-off base runner here for Torres. And the first pitch to him misses, 1 and 0. Pitch is popped up over toward the first baseline, and it's going to go into the bleachers, out of play, 1 and 1 now. So the 1 and 1 to Torres will be ripped into the gap of center and right field, and we'll have a leadoff base runner. As Torres is going 2, he'll have a stand-up double there and add to his batting average. Excuse me. Let's bring up left fielder number 20, Ryan Lee. Lee owning a good average as well, batting over 300, and an excellent opportunity here to get the Pilots back into this game with a leadoff double from Torres. Gives a runner on second for Lee here. That ball is fouled off right in front of me, hits the netting, 0 and 1. Pitches in there for a strike, 0 and 2 now. pitch is swung on and missed. And there's the first out of the bottom half of the sixth. So with one out and a runner on second, it's going to bring up first baseman number 22, Parker Denny. So the Pilots, an aggressive team on the year. Surprised to see them only have 4 hits here through 5.1 innings. Let's see if Denny can add to Torres' leadoff double. That pitch is in there for a strike, 0-1 to the Pilots' first baseman. Torres with a lead at second, gets a nice secondary. Ball is blown by Denny, 0-2 now. The 0-2 will not be thrown as a fake pickoff move to second, and Torres gets back in without a throw. So it'll be 0-2 to Denny with a runner on second and 1 out here in the bottom of the sixth. So Miller looks in, gets his sign. Ball is blown by Denny, struck out. So now it's 2 outs with a runner on second, and that brings up the third baseman, number 7, Dylan Duplashawn. Duplashawn, with one of the 4 hits today, would love to add another one here and bring home Torres by putting one to the outfield. Pitch is thought about by Duplashawn, but not swung at. 1-0 now. That pitch misses. 2-0 now as Torres got a big lead. Doss thought about throwing, but no one was there. The 2-0 is swung on and missed. Doss will throw it to second. Torres will be back in safely as the ball was dropped by the second baseman. So 2-1 now to Duplashawn. The 2-1 with 2 outs here in the bottom of the sixth as the Pilots trail by 5 and are getting out hit by 2. As Adirondack has 6 hits, the Pilots have 4. Adirondack has 5 runs, and the Pilots have none. The Pilots also have an error, and Adirondack does not. That ball is swung on and missed. 2-2 now to Duplashawn. So as noted, the Pilots are a very aggressive team and have been very aggressive of the fastball that is high and out of the zone today, and Miller is taking full advantage of it. 2 balls, 2 strikes with 2 outs. Breaking ball out of the zone, 3-2 now. So now Torres is having conversation out there with Irisari. Seems to be the most friendly guy in the Adirondack team. So the 3-2 with 2 outs, Torres should be going. No, should not be going, as there's no one in front of him. And a swing and a miss by Duplashawn. And we head to the 7th inning as your Pilots trail by 5. Leading off for Adirondack here is their leadoff hitter, the designated hitter, number 8, Ben Brooks. And out on the mound for your Pilots is Odenhall once again. First pitch is fouled off Saida's helmet. He's all right, gets the ball, and he's ready to go for second pitch of the inning. The 0-1 will miss, 1-1 now. Odenhall thought he was squeezed there by the look on his. That ball is swung on and fouled off, 1-2 now. The 0-2 is put into play, and it will be a single there, leadoff single, from a 1-2 to a single there. And that's going to bring up the shortstop, number 14, Randy Flores. So Odenhall takes a break, heads behind the mound, fixes his hat, takes a breath, and then we'll step back on with a runner on first. Here at 8:46, the sun is gone, the lights are bright, and the pitch is a strike as the Pilots trail by 5 here in the 7th. And Adirondack's leadoff hitter is on with a single. The 0-1 will be 1-1 now. A good block by Saida turns around quickly, and the runner will not advance. The 1-1 to Flores will be swung on and missed. 1-2 now from Odenhall. One and two is poked past Dupleshawn, and the runner is heading towards third. A strong throw is cut off by Bermudez, and there'll be runners at second and third with nobody out here in the top of the 7th for Adirondack. That's going to bring up left fielder number 4, Kevin Fair. So a leadoff single and then a double will put runners at second and third with nobody out. And the first pitch to Fair is a strike, and Odenhall will be looking for a K here to get his first out. The Pilots' infield is in as they cannot give up any more runs. Breaking ball is swung on and fouled off the plate. 0-2 now. Some good movement on that breaking ball there. Quickly makes the count 0-2. Odenhall comes set. The 0-2 will be popped up. Torres will come in. Rabel will run back, and it's going to drop. One will score, and that will be all. So runners on the corners now with nobody out and a run in here in the top of the 7th. That's going to bring up center fielder number 9, Chris Rotondo. So runners on the corners and nobody out here in the 7th. Rotondo up, a run already in. Breaking ball misses, 1-0. Ball is popped up on a hit and run. Out of play, 1-1 now. The 1-1 misses, 2-1 now. So the 2-1 to Rotondo from Odenhall will be coming momentarily as Odenhall comes set, delivers. Ball is popped up, going back in left field is Lee, who will make against the wall. Another run will score, but there will be out number 1 here in the top of the 7th. That's going to bring up number 36, the first baseman, Alec Burns.
No, batting the first baseman, number 36, Alec Burns.
So a sac fly from Rotondo makes this 7-0 Adirondack. The Pilots have a big hole to dig themselves out of with 9 outs left. First pitch is a ball, misses low, 1-0. So 1 ball and no strikes with a runner on first and the Adirondack first baseman up. It is 2-0 now. Two and 0 from Odenhall will be a ball bounces, hits Saida. The runner will advance without a throw as he was stealing. So it's going to be 3-0 to Burns with 1 out and a runner on second now. Not really much to say except for the fact that this one's just getting away from Newark. 3-0 misses, a 4-pitch walk there for Odenhall. That's going to bring up second baseman, number 18, Daniel Irisari.
Now batting the second baseman, number 18, Daniel Irisari.
So Odenhall will face a lefty with 1 out and a runner on second and first. That pitch is going to miss, 1-0. The 1-0 to Irisari will be hit toward Bermudez, who will run in, take it off the bounce, throw to first. There will be 2 outs here in the top of the 7th, and the runners will be on second and third. Excuse me. That's going to bring up number 5, the right fielder, Will Jennings.
Number 5, Will Jennings.
So with 2 outs now, let's see if the Pilots can strand these 2 runners. That ball is hit hard and foul toward the first base coach, 0-1. The 0-1 is blown by him, 0-2 now. 0-2 from Odenhall will be strike 3, and we head to the bottom of the 7th as your Pilots trail by 7, but strand runners on 2nd and 3rd for Adirondack, and your Pilots are down to their last 9 outs. Let's see what they can do. Now pitching for Adirondack, number 21, Joe Giarini. Giarini goes to New Jersey Institute of Technology. He's from Casa Grande, Arizona, and will be back once he's ready. Leading off for your Pilots, number 15, the center fielder, Jordan Fedor. Walking up to We the North music. Big Game of Thrones guy. Let's see if he can get something started here. First pitch is grounded toward the shortstop. Takes a weird bounce, but he's there to field it. 1 pitch, 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th. That's going to bring up the designated hitter, number 19, Adam Zabrowski. First pitch to him is in there for a strike, 0-1. Second pitch misses, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Pitch is fouled off, 1-2 now. Hudowski misses high, 2-1, 2-2 now. Ball is grounded towards third. Third baseman picks it up, throws across the diamond, and there's out number 2 here in the bottom of the 7th. And your Pilots are down to their last 7. That's going to bring up catcher number 13, Ty Sida. Coming off a game where you score 9 and blank the other team, you don't want to get blanked and allow 7. So at this point, they should just be thinking runs. That one's in there for a strike, 0-1. Pitcher's in there for a strike, 0-2, and Cited did not agree. That one is hit deep into right field. Not as deep as it sounded off the bat, and it will be caught by the second baseman, and we are on to the 8th. Now pitching for your Pilots, the hometown kid from Newark, New York, Dylan Blanchard. This will be his third appearance this year. He has thrown one inning and giving up 7 earned runs, and he'll look to get that ERA down here today, as the Pilots are already down by 7. The first Trailblazer Blanchard will face is the catcher. First pitch misses, 1-0. Blanchard comes set. The 1-0 will be a ball, misses high, 2-0 now. Blanchard takes a deep breath and steps back on. 2-0 quickly becomes 3-0 now. Three-0 from Blanchard is swung on and hit foul into the netting. 3-1 now. Blanchard comes set, delivers the 3-1, and it will be put back up the middle as Rabel could not get there. A lead-off single. That's going to bring up number 2, the third baseman, Andy Haig. So a lead-off single, and Blanchard will look to get out of this without allowing any more to pile on. Adirondack is now up to 10 hits, as your Pilots have only been able to muster 4. That one's in there for a strike, 0-1. The 0-1 from Blanchard gives a look towards first. Will be 1-1 now. So the 1-1 with a runner on first. Little inside, 2-1 now. Blanchard with a good pickoff move. Keeps looking at the runner on first. Eventually, he'd probably throw over. Takes a deep breath and steps back on for the 2-1. Comes home, 3-1 now. Blanchard taking his time out there now. Takes a deep breath. Was ahead 1-0, and now the count is 3-1, and we'll see what he can do here. That one is swung on and poked into the right and center gap, and it will drop for a base hit. A run will score. Bermudez will throw to third, and he'll be out at third trying to take third, but a run will score, so it'll be 8-0 Adirondack. No. That's going to bring up number 8, the designated hitter, Ben Brooks. So Blanchard does get his first out of the inning, but does give up a run as well. Comes set. Delivers home. Throws a breaking ball. Rabel heads back for it. Will get underneath and make the play. 2 outs now here in the top of the 8th.
Now batting the shortstop, number 14, Randy Flores.
That's going to bring up shortstop number 14, Randy Flores. So a lefty on lefty matchup here. Let's see which lefty will win it. Pitch bounces in the dirt. Good block by Saito. 1-0. The 1-0 from Blanchard will be poked up. Running over is Denny. And he'll make the play. And we head to the bottom of the 8th. But not before Adirondack adds another run. And your Pilots trail 8-0. Leading off for your Pilots here in the bottom of the 8th, looking to start the rally and ignite the bats, is number 1, James Rabel, the second baseman. Rabel from the left side of the box takes his time getting in there and finally does. He awaits the first pitch, and it will be a strike on the outside corner, 0-1. The 0-1 from Rabel will be swung on and missed, 0-2 now. So a big hack there, but no result but a strike. The 0-2 by Rabel is fouled off out of play. And a ball gets flown back into the field. So the 0-2 to Rabel will be a ball, 1-2 now. So 1 ball, 2 strikes with nobody out and nobody on here in the bottom of the 8th. And that one is hit hard toward the third baseman, who picks it up, throws across the diamond, and there is 1 out here in the bottom of the 8th.
Now batting the shortstop, number 8, David Bermudez.
Now batting for your Pilots, number 8, the shortstop, David Bermudez. Has not been the day at the plate that Bermudez or any of his teammates wanted, as we are through 7.1 now, and they have only been able to get 4 hits. Rabel hits himself on the noggin a few times, steps into the plate, and awaits the first pitch of the at-bat. It's a breaking ball that hits the outside corner, 0-1. 0-1 to Bermudez is poked, hit into center, has the center fielder going back, and he plants underneath it and makes the play, and there are 2 outs here in the bottom of the 8th. That's going to bring up number 6, a pinch hitter. Number 3, Michael Gorman, will be pinch hitting now. So Torres' night is over, and insert Gorman into right field. Gorman asks for time. It's granted. Now play ball. First pitch to him misses. 1-0. Sound like a test firework in the distance. A ball is hit up. Center fielder running over. The right fielder calls for the ball, makes the play, and we head to the 9th as your Pilots are down to their last 3 outs now. Leading off, the left fielder, number 4, Kevin Fair. So Blanchard will face his most difficult challenge of the day. The toughest Adirondack hitter, and the first pitch to him misses. 1-0. That one misses. 2-0 now. Blanchard thought it was there. You could tell by the reaction on his face, but it missed. 2-0 now. The 2-0 from Blanchard misses. 3-0 now. So Blanchard is in danger of walking the leadoff hitter on 4 pitches, and he does so. And there will be a mound visit between Saida and Blanchard as he walks the ball out to him.
Now batting with the center fielder number 9, Chris Rotondo.
That's coming up. Center fielder number 9, Chris Rotondo. So the mound visit probably consists of Saida trying to get Blanchard's confidence up as the Pilots are already down 8. And he walked the leadoff hitter. And the home plate ump will head out to the mound, but he won't have to because Saida is heading back. Again, hitting is the center fielder, number 9, Chris Rotondo. The first pitch from Blanchard will be a ball in the dirt, 1-0. So Blanchard takes a look over to first, the 1-0, in there for a strike, 1-1 now, and Rotondo knew it. That ball is hit hard and will drop in left field for a single. So runners at second and first now with nobody out, bringing up the first baseman, number 36, Alec Burns.
Now batting the first baseman, number 36, Alec Burns.
That pitch misses, 1-0 now to the Adirondack first baseman. So 1-0, runners on second and first, and nobody out here in the top of the ninth as the Pilots trail 8-0. That ball is swung on and missed, 1-1 now. That swing, Burns was trying to make connection and put it over the center field IEC sign. That one misses, 2-1 now. The 2-1 from Blanchard will be 3-1 now. The 3-1 is swung on and missed, 3-2 now. And the fans are really chanting for Blanchard now after that swing and a miss. So 3-2, second and first now. That ball is popped up out of play near the first base bleachers. 3-2 here again. That ball is hit into left field and it's going to drop. One will score. That ball will be played, a good throw in by the left fielder, and will prevent another run from scoring, as it is now 9-0 Adirondack with runners on second and third and nobody out.
Now batting the second baseman, number 18, Daniel Irisari.
So it does not look like Newark has anyone up in their pen, so Dylan Blanchard will have to continue pitching and take the beating that is being handed. That one's in a dirt, 1-0 now. That one is in there for a strike, 1-1 now. The 1-1 in the dirt and blocked by Saida, 2-1 now. The 2-1 from Blanchard is swung on, hit towards Denny. He botches it. Ball will be thrown to Blanchard. It will get by him. One will score and two will score, as is now 11-0 Adirondack. So still nobody out and 3 in for Adirondack in this inning and a runner on first.
Now batting the right fielder, number 5, Will Jennings.
That's going to bring up right fielder number 5, Will Jennings. as now it does look like Newark has an arm up in the pen. And Blanchard steps off and steps back on. Breaking ball hits him in the back. So a hit by pitch there, and there's going to be runners on second and first now with nobody out and 3 in the top of the ninth.
Now batting the catcher number
That's going to bring up catcher number 23, Zach Doss. And it looks like the ball will be taken from Blanchard here, and the Pilots will go to the pen. So coming in for your Pilots is number 23, Dan Munn. So Munn will come in with runners on third and first. Second and first. Sorry about that. And we'll be back when he is ready. And the first Trailblazer Munn we'll see is 23, Zach Doss, the catcher. First pitch is in there for a strike, 0-1. Pitch number 2 misses, bounces in the dirt, gets by Saida, and the runners will be at second and third now with nobody out. The 1-1 from Munn will be a ball, 2-1 now. So 2 balls, 1 strike with no outs here in the top of the ninth, 3 already in, and 2 more in scoring position. And the count is 3-1 now. Three and one misses, and he walked him. That's going to bring up number 12, Andy Haig, the third baseman. Number 2, Andy Haig. So now with the bases loaded, a force out anywhere for the Pilots as they're looking to get their first out of the inning. That one is popped up and out of play behind the press box. 0-1. Breaking ball in the dirt. 1-1. So the Pilots are just looking to desperately get out of this inning and utilize their last at-bats. And that one is hit hard on the ground toward the third base coach. Foul ball. 1-2 now. The 1-2 is a breaking ball that is put into play. Running back is Denny, who cannot make the play in foul territory. 1-2 now. The 1-2 from Munn will be swung on and hit up. Saito will run back to try to make a play, and it'll be out of play. 1-2 again. The 1-2 from Munn will be a breaking ball outside. 2-2 now. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out. Bases are juiced. 3 already in this inning. Desperately looking for an out here. That one is hit up the middle. It will drop. Fedor will play it off the bounce. Can't field it right. 1 will score, and the bases will remain loaded. So now 12-0 Adirondack. That's going to bring up number 8, the designated hitter, Ben Brooks. So Brooks will bat here with the bases loaded and nobody out, and Munn will look for a double play ball here to try to get 2 of the 3 outs he needs to head to the bottom of the 9th. So with these 4 runs, ball is up. Dupleshan will run over. Saito will call him. Dupleshan will make the play in the webbing of his glove, and there will be 1 out. So as I was saying, with these 4 runs, Adirondack has now scored in every inning since the 4th, 4 being the most, 1 or 2 being every other. That's going to bring up number 14, Randy Flores, the shortstop. So bases loaded with 1 out now. That pitch misses low. 1-0. The 1-0 is bounced foul. 1-1 now. One's flood the top of the board. 1 ball, 1 strike, and 1 out. Breaking ball misses high. 2-1 now. Two and 1 misses. 3-1 now. 3 balls, 1 strike, 1 out, and nowhere to put the base runner with the bases loaded. Munn is in danger of walking in a run. That pitch is swung on and missed. 3-2 now. Munn gets his sign, comes set. delivers it home, swung on and fouled off. 3-2 again here with 1 out and the bases loaded. Three-two is cracked towards center field. Fedor gets under it, will make the play. 1 run will score, and there will be 2 outs here in the top of the 9th. So with 2 outs, that brings up number 4, Kevin Fair, the left fielder.
And left fielder number 4, Kevin Fair.
That one is in there for a strike. 0-1. So no balls, 1 strike. A good block there by Saito. 1 ball, 1 strike now with 2 outs and runners on the corners. 5 already in here in the top of the 9th as the Pilots trail 13-0. Pitch is swung on, no result, but a swinging strike. 1-2 now. Breaking ball in the dirt, blocked by Saito again. 2s flood the top of the board. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. Swung on and missed, and we are on to the bottom of the 9th as your Pilots are looking for a miracle here as they trail by 13 with 3 outs left. Now pitching for the Trailblazers, number 26, Nick Jaklowski. Nick Jasklowski. Sorry about that. And we'll be back when the Pilots are ready to swing the bats. So it looks like we'll have 3 straight pinch hitters here for your Pilots in the 9th, and the first one will be number 11, Cameron Reynolds. Reynolds will look to get something started here as the Pilots are down by a whopping 13. First pitch is swung on and fouled off, 0-1. The 0-1 to Reynolds will be 1-1 now. That one just about hit Reynolds, 2-1 now. That one misses, 3-1 now. Swing and a miss, 3-2 now. So Reynolds with a full count, nobody on, nobody out. He is the leadoff hitter here in the bottom of the ninth. And it will be a ball, and he'll get on with a leadoff walk. That's going to bring up number 9, Bailey Jimenez. So Jimenez will get an at-bat here with Reynolds on first. That one misses, 1-0. And Doss calls for time as he goes to chat with Jaskowski, trying to calm him down as they are up 13-0. So a 1-0 to Jimenez. Foul off, 1-1 now. Reynolds is going to run, and he'll be in there safely on a swinging strike, 1-2 now. A swim move into second for Reynolds will get him in there safely, and now he has a stolen bag. 1-2 to Jimenez will miss, 2-2 now. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, a runner on second as the Pilots trail 13-0 here in the bottom of the ninth. That one's in there for a strike, and he is rung out. And there is 1 out here in the bottom of the ninth. That's going to bring up number 10, the catcher, Sean Hillis. Hillis will get his first at-bat here, pinch hitting. Swings, puts one into the infield. First baseman catches it, and there are 2 outs now here in the bottom of the ninth. That's going to bring up number 15, the center fielder, Jordan Fedor. So Fedor up as the Pilots are down to their last out. They have a runner on second. As it looks right now, there's a very good chance they are shut out after scoring 9 runs at Elmira in their last game. First pitch misses, 1-0. The 1-0 to Fedor will be a ball, 2-0, as it gets by the catcher, and Reynolds moves over to third. And the Pilots are 90 feet away from scoring their first run with 2 outs here in the bottom of the ninth. The 2-0 to Fedor will be 3-0. Reynolds thought about going but decided against it. The 3-0 is in there for a strike. 3-1 now. Fedor had the red light as he held up there. Thought about it, didn't go, and he's walked on.
Now batting for the Pilots is the first baseman, number 19, Adam Zabrowski.
That's going to bring up tonight's designated hitter, number 19, Adam Zabrowski. Zabrowski steps up with runners on the corners and 2 outs here in the bottom of the 9th as the Pilots have laid a goose egg on the scoreboard. Swing and a miss, 0-1 now. So Zabrowski digging into the plate after the 0-1, adjusting his chain. As the Adirondack pitcher steps off, gets back on. Comes set, delivers the 0-1, breaking ball outside, 1-1 now. Big swing and a miss there, 0-2 now. Should be 1-2 as the scoreboard is corrected. That one misses, 2-2 now. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs here in the bottom of the 9th with runners on the corners in a 13-0 game. Now the count has been run full. So 3 balls, 2 strikes, runners are on the corners with 2 outs. Ball is popped up. First baseman is under it. He'll make the play, and the game will be over. So a disappointing night for your Pilots where they could only muster 4 hits through 9 innings and lose a 13-0 game. After winning 9-0 in their last game, they lose 13-0, and their next game will be tomorrow as they head to Elmira, and they'll look to bounce back after a disappointing night tonight. If you tuned in tonight, thank you. I am Tim Watson, and thank you for tuning in on YouTube to NewarkPilots.tv. Have a good night.